Hello, my friends, and welcome to Awkward Historical Dinner Dates. This week's special guests, Karl Marxism Marx and Adam Capitalism Smith.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, my friend.
My name is Karl Marx.
My name is Adam Smith.
So, this is a nice restaurant we got here.
Mm-hmm. So,
What do you think, what do you do for a living? Any hobbies?
I study economics and I also write a little bit about it.
Oh, really? I also enjoy studying economics.
Yeah, really.
I write a bit as well.
Have you heard of The Wealth of Nations? It's a book I wrote. Pretty popular.
Nice try. As if someone as handsome as you could have written that piece of garbage.
I did.
Sure. And next time you're going to tell me capitalist is fair for the working class.
And you would say that it isn't?
Marxism is the future. It is way better than anything you capitalists could come up with. It ends all class struggle that you, the bourgeoisie, created. It allows us, the proletariat, to escape our chains that were wrapped unjustly around us and lead us to a great utopia. In this utopia, business owners will not pilfer the worker wages for their own personal gain. We need to be paid for our full work and not the bare minimum you capitalists continue to pay us.
You have got to be joking me with this Marxism nonsense. You mean to tell me that workers are underpaid?
Exactly.
The very structure of the market economy is that every factor is paid exactly what it's worth, no more, no less. If it were not so, the market as a whole would be inefficient. What's more, if you were to artificially increase worker wages, the demand for labor would fall, causing wages to return to their current equilibrium. You have no ground on which to stand.
What's stopping your precious capitalists from being corrupt and falling apart?
Corruption is by its very nature inefficient in a market economy. Tell me, which company would survive longer? One whose CEO treats its workers fairly and directs the profits into its own growth and development, or one that pockets everything they can? The survival of the fittest ensures a fair market for all.
Alright, friend. It's obvious that you are delusional, and let's agree to disagree on this one, and enjoy our dinner.
If you say so, may it bring ruin to your country. So, did you see the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
No.
Me either. Do anything else interesting recently?
No.
How's your wife?
Not well. Our child, Jenny Laura, committed suicide with her husband recently. She is despairing over our loss. What about yours?
Oh.
It's a challenge, but at least she was able to help translate some of my ideas to French in Spain and France. She was especially adamant on how women are oppressed by your capitalism.
I don't have a wife, but if she ever did, she wouldn't be oppressed by capitalism.
How can you say that with the current wage gaps? She would clearly be underpaid in whatever job she applied for.
Well, I agree that oppression has been present in the past. I personally see no place for it in the future or even the present.
Why do you see that as such?
Well, you see, in the past, society has moved through 4 stages that I outlined in my book. Starting with the hunting stage and then moving on to the pastoral and then the agricultural stage. However, we're moving rapidly forward into the commercial stage right now, meaning that the physical differences of women are mattering less and less. The way I see it in the modern economy, there should be no difference between women and men workers, because having more labor in general will be beneficial for everyone, and especially because the brute strength is no longer required in modern jobs.
While that might be your ideal capitalism, in the real world, that's just not happening. Women are being underpaid compared to their male counterpart, and the ones that get ahead are still harassed and oppressed by your supposedly equal system.
So you say that all women are necessarily paid less than men as a simple byproduct of glorious capitalism?
Yes, they are paid less, and it's no thanks to your stupid capitalism. What you keep rambling on about, where my Marxism would remove the oppression that women are facing due to everyone being equal.
Tell me then, if women are cheaper laborers in any circumstance, why not hire women exclusively to minimize costs? See, capitalism triumphs.
Clearly, It's the current system's fault, where men are more preferred, and that is why we need to tear it down and start over again.
Clearly, you have no concept of proper economics.
Again, let's set aside our differences before this becomes a fistfight.
Alright, sounds reasonable enough. It sure is good food, isn't it?
It's alright.
So, what do you think of that Trump guy being the new US president?
I don't believe that a president is needed in the first place, because all it does is give one person too much power over the populace. He'll become corrupted and work the workers into the ground. He will eventually lead to the people to have an uprising, to overthrow the current government due to its corruption, leading the end to civil strife as we know it. This will allow the people to work together equally, since everyone will want to improve the quality of the state.
You would propose the dissolution of the entire government in favor of equality? Who would protect the rights of the people?
Everyone will be acting for the best interests of the state, so they will be able to protect each other. What are your thoughts on the current government affairs?
I mean, I agree with you that the government should interfere with people's daily lives and liberties, but I do believe that we should never do away with it for the very reasons that you wish to destroy it. The power of government is integral in maintaining our society. Imagine a world in which a factory owner is not required to uphold his contracts, or pay back debts, or even has a stable currency with which to do so. Who would take care of public property, like parks? Who would ensure that pollution stays low? All these things are not in the best interest of any one individual, but rather require the oversight of a government to properly maintain these standards.
You're just known as the corruption known as the bourgeoisie.
Well, I think you're just a crazy person who will lead the world to the precipice of nuclear destruction.
I have nothing to do with Stalin or the Soviets. He didn't follow anything in my Communist Manifesto.
This has been a very special episode of Historical Awkward Dinner Days with Karl Marxism Marx and Adam Capitalism Smith. Join us next week for special guests Genghis the Exception Khan and Mahatma Nuclear Peace Gandhi.
Bloopers at the end, so the entire video is like 95% bloopers and like 5% actual film. And it looks really good because then everyone sees how unprofessional you are, like the actual film.